It is Mamelodi Sundowns versus Pyramids in the CAF Champions League final. And first things first, the PSL has not conducted themselves well for this final. There is literally Betway Premiership games playing at the same time as the final. That is completely unacceptable. It is anti-patriotism to have that happening. It's not just Chiefs and Pirates, but also the rest of the league. So that is a huge audience that might not be watching the Mamelodi Sundowns game. And we know a final, all other finals in the world get their own time. The League Cup final gets its own time. The FA Cup final played on its own separate day with no distractions or at a different time in other years. We just saw the Europa League final now playing as well on a separate day to every other team. The Champions League final is scheduled to play on its own time. Why? To give it the attention that it deserves, for TV revenue, to boost the clubs as well. It is fair. It is unfair for teams who've played other teams, knock them out. Now that they are playing a final, they can't have an audience. It is completely unfair. It is against the sporting principles of football. It is against football merit. Sundowns and Pyramids deserve to have their own audience, and the PSL have completely taken that away from them, and that is absolutely unfair, especially playing the game at 3 o'clock. Playing the DStv Premiership games at 3 o'clock while the Mamelodi Sundowns and Pyramids CAF Champions League final is playing at 3 o'clock as well. It's just a shame for me. It is absolutely unacceptable, and it doesn't matter about rivals. Put your Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates hats aside. It doesn't matter. It's just wrong. It is not right, and this can't be endorsed. Then, of course, in this case, I will watch the CAF Champions League final. It is a bigger game. I do think they could have rescheduled the games to tomorrow. That shouldn't have been a problem. They could have rescheduled the games tomorrow because priority should be on the biggest game in Africa, which is the CAF Champions League final. So for Mamelodi Sundowns fans, I want to put it out there to say that I am not for this. I do not endorse this at all. I do not support it. The right thing to do was to have the PSL games not playing at the same time as the CAF Champions League final. So with that being said, that is my opinion there. Where do I stand now? With my Pirates hat on, I am about to say that I am officially making a claim. I am making a stance. I am with Masandawana for this final. And it's only because of one reason. Our football as South Africa is at a great time right now. It is at a great place, and I want to see it improve. Sundowns will specifically represent South African football at the Club World Cup next month. And if Sundowns win, they will only be getting their second star. So it's not like Mamelodi Sundowns or Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates have completely dominated Africa over the past years. No, not at all. Pirates have only won the CAF Champions League once. Mamelodi Sundowns have only won it once. And Kaizer Chiefs have never won it. So with that being said, I am choosing to support the growth of South African football, its brand and its success on the continent stage and on the global world stage. So yeah, with that being said, I am with Mamelodi Sundowns for this final. I wish them well, all the best. What do I expect to happen? What's my prediction? A fully controlled final. A fully controlled final throughout the whole tie, both home and away. Sundowns domination. That is the only thing that I'm expecting, and that is the only thing that I see happening. Sundowns will beat Pyramids this afternoon in an hour, about 3-0 this afternoon. That is my prediction. And they will go and beat Pyramids again in Egypt 2-1. Cardoso will fully control these games. Cardoso is the type of manager that you've seen, his mentality. He does not take any game lightly. Right? He wants to win every single game, every single competition. That is the type of mentality that you need from a coach. And I think it's well embedded in the Sundowns team. You could see how they were ripping apart the PSL teams week in, week out on their road to winning and securing their 8th title in a row. That's domination. But the manner that they were doing it, not conceding anything and scoring 2-3 per game, that was absolutely impressive while playing every 3 days. Right, so for me, I expect this domination again from Sundowns. It was a shaky group stage. Coach Mangoba was there still at the moment, but since Cardoso came over, they literally held on to a 1-0 narrow win against Esperance in the quarterfinal, but they didn't concede. Then against Al Ahly, didn't concede in the first leg, drew 1-1 away. So Sundowns do not concede much, and because of that, I expect Pyramids to not have many chances. So Cardoso is going to want a fully controlled game. I think the squad from Sundowns is better. I think Sundowns plays the better football. Sundowns play the best football in Africa, that is for sure. And I do think that quality will tell. I do think he needs to go with more physicality. I'm not sure if someone like a Matthew starting on the left will be fine. I do think he can go Reyners, Ribeiro, and Shaulile. I think that is his winning formula for this game, especially home being the first leg. The initiative is on Sundowns to push and to win this game. Obviously, at the back of his mind is that the fact that the away goal rule still counts. Pyramids would want to score, take that as an advantage, because if it ends in a draw, they win on away goals, just like Sundowns beat Al Ahly. So with that being said, maybe he might go for a more defensive game, which might give us a boring game. And we saw that especially in the first leg of the game against Al Ahly in the semi-final. Will it be a repeat? It is possible, but I do not think Pyramids are good enough to trouble Sundowns or worry Sundowns. I'm not saying Sundowns ibanyatse at all, but I'm saying we want to see the best of Sundowns, and at their best, no one can handle them, and that is what I'm expecting to see, and that is my prediction. Let me know what you think. I'm going with Sundowns to win this comfortably. First leg 2 or 3-0, and I'm going with a 3-0 victory. I think once they score the first goal, it will be flowing. Pyramids conceded 2 at home to Orlando Pirates, and Pirates are not a better attack than Mamelodi Sundowns themselves. So yeah, with that being said, I'm fully convinced that Sundowns win the whole thing. Sundowns are winning their second star. They're winning this CAF Champions League final. I am very convinced in the manner that they do it. That is what remains to be seen, how they'll do it. But I do think they will impress us. I do think that they will really impress us, play some good football, and dominate the whole cup tie, home and away. So with that being said, that's my video. Please let me know what you think. Please subscribe. I am working with SofaScore as well, so everything that you see that pops up in relation to team news, results, fixtures, live updates, download the SofaScore app. The link is in my bio. Yeah, please use my link. That would be very appreciated. But yeah, with that said, thank you so much to everyone that follows me on TikTok, Facebook, and on YouTube. We are 17,000 now on TikTok, 30,000 on Facebook, and 5,000 on YouTube. Really, really appreciate you all. All the best, Masandawana, for the final. I am with you in this case. And yeah, no matter what happens, I will be back to review, and I'll also do a TikTok live. So we will be live. Join me at the live at 3 o'clock. And I will commentate the game for you, and we will watch it together. So yeah, with that being said, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, this is Mamelodi. I'm with KG Dato. Catch him on YouTube channel. We are football. Please, we are football channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
We'll be there. Do you care though? We will be there.